Hi, my name is Honickman, and I was asked to deliver the Vort for Parshas Toldos. In this week's parsha, we learn about the birth of Yaakov and Esav. And in the pasuk that's discussing Esav's birth, the pasuk says, "Ve'yetzei Arishan Admoini Kula Keder Seir V'Yikru Shmei Esav." And the Mefarshim explain, Rashi and the Rashbam and Kliyakar and others explain that Esav is a lashon of Asiv V'Gomer, of being complete. We know that it means complete with hair. That was what Rashi explains, that he came out with all of his hair, that he came out as if he was an older person. The Shemesh Shmuel wants to explain al derech avoda that Asir v'Gomer is a lashon of gaiva. It's a lashon that he came out complete, feeling that he had what to be haughty about, that he came out perfect, that he came out with no room left to grow, that he came out in such a way filled with gaiva. Whereas Yaakov we know is a lashon of akev, a lashon of the heel, the lowest place on the body, came out knowing that yes, he's great, and yes, he has a lot of things necessarily that are amazing about him, but that those things only come from Hashem, and that therefore there's no real reason to be gavitik about those things, and that it's a reason to be happy with what you have, but to not go and flaunt, to not go in and to try to show off either your smarts or his money or whatever he had. To bring out this lesson, there's a story that's told by Rav David Moshe of Chortkov, the first Chortkov Rabbi, and he tells over the mice about his great grandfather, the Rav Avram HaMalach, who himself was the son of the Maggid HaGadol of Mizrich. And Rav Avram HaMalach, as you could probably imagine, considering his nickname was the Malach, was a pretty chashuv Rebbe, and he was a very, very, very big tzaddik. And there was one time that Rav Avram HaMalach was going to visit his father-in-law, the Mishnah Chachamim. He was going to visit his father-in-law. When he came to the town, all of the Pnei Ha'ir, the Nechbadim, the rich people, the Talmidei Chachamim, and all of the great people of the town came to greet him, and they were all waiting inside this house, waiting for him to they came to hear something from him, for him to speak to them, and all he was doing was staring, looking out a window, and out the window there was a mountain to his right, and he was staring, looking out the window, and so everyone was getting nervous. They came, they wanted to hear something from the Rebbe, and he's not saying any Torah, he's not giving them any chizik, he's not even looking at them, he's looking out the window at this mountain. And there was this one young Talmud Chacham who was in the room, and he decided he was going to be the one that was going to go over to the Rebbe. He said to himself, "Listen, I'm pretty chashuv, and I know how to learn, and I'm great myself, so I'm going to go over and I'm going to ask the Rebbe what he's doing." And he went over, and in a very disrespectful way, he went over to the Rebbe and he said, "What are you doing standing by the window like this, looking out at a mountain, as if you've never seen one before? What's going on?" And the Rebbe returned to him and responded, Beruach Kadsha, in a way of knowing, exactly what the man was thinking about himself. He said, "I'm standing here looking out the window in wonderment, how it's possible that something so simple like dirt and rock is able to think it's something so great that it could become a mountain." The man realized the great chachma of the great wisdom of the answer of the Rebbe, that he was referring to this man himself. How this person who, really, what is he? What are any of us? We are people that anything that we have that is of ourself, or that we think is of ourself, that we have, that we can claim that is ours, it's not really ours because it comes from Hashem. So too, just like a mountain is really just a piece of dirt and rock, and yet it can become something so great and look like it's something so great when really in its essence it's really nothing more than just dirt and rock. So to a person that's trying to flaunt and say that he has something great, that he is something great, doesn't really have anything of his own, because it all just comes from Hashem. That's the lesson that we should take away. The lesson that we should take away is that we should always remember that anything that we have, whether it's money, it's wealth, it's intelligence, it's honor, whatever it is that we have, it's not really ours to flaunt, and it's something that Hashem gave us and continues to give each and every one of us, and we should go with that and have a beautiful Shabbos.